Someone invoked darkness against you. God will expose them. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the very moment this message appeared on your screen something in your spirit reacted. Your breath hitched, your chest tightened, your intuition leaned forward like it recognized a truth arriving right on time, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, so don't scroll, listen to this, because what I'm about to say is going to hit the place inside you that's been whispering for answers in the dark. You've been sensing something heavy lingering around you, an energy that didn't belong to your soul, something that felt like resistance, like pushback, like a strange shadow trying to follow you even when you were doing everything right, and deep down you knew someone spoke against you, doubted you, envied you, or quietly wished for your downfall. Not always with words, sometimes with energy, sometimes with intention, sometimes with that silent kind of darkness that hides behind fake smiles and polite distance. But don't scroll, because God is about to expose everything that was done behind your back, and your heart needs this right now. You've been wondering why certain relationships suddenly shifted, why a door that should have opened slammed shut, why you felt tired for no reason, why your spirit felt unsettled even on quiet days, why your dreams got louder, why your intuition kept nudging you. And listen to this, because you're not imagining it. The universe has been putting signs in front of you, angel numbers showing up in moments too perfect to ignore. 1111 when you started thinking about cutting someone off, 222 when your peace felt shaky, 333 when you were craving reassurance, 444 when you felt alone in the fight, 555 when you sensed a major shift coming. And don't scroll, this message is for you, because God has been trying to get your attention through every sign, every synchronicity, every moment where something inside you whispered, pay attention, this is deeper than it looks. Someone invoked darkness against you. Not necessarily through rituals or anything dramatic, but through jealousy, through bitterness, through spiritual immaturity, through hoping your shine would dull so theirs could seem brighter. But listen to this, because God is not only blocking what they tried to send, He's turning it into divine evidence, divine elevation, divine protection, and your heart needs to know this right now. So don't scroll, stay with me. You've been carrying the weight of someone else's projections, someone else's fear, someone else's insecurity, and yet your spirit kept rising, your light kept pushing through, your intuition kept sharpening, because you are stepping into a spiritual awakening that their darkness cannot touch. And listen to this, because this is where destiny steps in. The very person who tried to dim your path unknowingly triggered your breakthrough. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. What they meant for harm is becoming the push that lifts you into your next level, and God is exposing everything, conversations you weren't in, intentions you never saw, energy you never deserved, and He's doing it not to scare you but to free you. There's a soulmate connection in your life, or approaching your life, that was affected by this darkness, a connection that felt intense, magnetic, confusing, divinely timed but strangely interrupted. And listen to this, because your heart needs truth. The interference wasn't coincidence. Someone saw your light, your potential, your emotional depth, your ability to love, and they projected fear onto it. But don't scroll, because this message is for you, and what God joins energetically cannot be separated by someone else's insecurity. The universe is aligning you back with what belongs to you: peace, purpose, clarity, the right love, the right opportunities, the right people, and you'll start seeing the signs again, louder this time. Repeating numbers, sudden memories resurfacing, dreams that feel like messages, moments where you feel someone thinking about you so strongly it warms your chest out of nowhere. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. God is saying, I am removing the hands that tried to hold you back, and I am revealing the truth so you never doubt your intuition again. And listen, here's the part that will make your spirit sit up. Someone watching this right now has been wondering, why do I feel someone watching me? Why do I feel someone thinking about me? Why do I feel the shift before I see it? Comment truth if that's you, because that sensitivity is not paranoia, it's spiritual awareness, and your awakening is happening in real time. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The darkness invoked against you is losing power, your angels are standing guard, your glow is returning, your intuition is sharpening, your soulmate connection is awakening, and God is about to expose every hidden thing, not to break you, but to bless you, protect you, and elevate you into the chapter that was written for you long before anyone tried to interfere. Don't scroll, write, I receive this, if you feel this message pulling on your spirit. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment these words appeared on your screen something deeper than your thoughts reacted, something spiritual, something intuitive, something you can't logically explain but you can absolutely feel, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now, so stay with this, breathe, let your spirit lean in, because what you are about to hear will resonate with the part of you that has been sensing a shift long before your physical world began to. Reflect it. You've been walking through your days with a strange mixture of heaviness and hope, like something is ending and beginning at the same exact time, like the universe has been rearranging pieces behind the scenes, like God has been whispering to you through dreams, memories, and moments of déjà vu, and listen to this, none of that has been random. For weeks, maybe months, your intuition has been rising, nudging you, telling you, pay attention, something is coming, and even though you tried to brush it off, there were moments you couldn't shake the feeling that a revelation was approaching, emotional clarity, spiritual awakening, divine alignment, something big enough to shift the direction of your journey. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because you've been feeling tension in the spirit, tension in your relationships, tension in your emotions, not chaos but pressure, the kind of pressure that comes right before breakthrough. You've seen signs. Angel numbers on clocks, receipts, streetlights, dashboards, 111 when you were thinking about starting over, 222 when your relationships felt uncertain, 333 when your soul needed reassurance, 444 when you felt alone in your battles, 555 when change became unavoidable. And each one showed up like a breadcrumb from the universe guiding you toward a truth you could feel but couldn't define. And the truth is this. There has been darkness surrounding you, not inside you but around you, invoked through jealousy, envy, insecurity, and unspoken resentment, and although you didn't know where it came from, you felt its weight, the sudden fatigue, the emotional heaviness, the unexplained setbacks, the way people shifted around you without warning. But listen to this, God has been watching everything, and nothing formed against your purpose will succeed. Your spirit alerted you before your eyes saw the signs. Your intuition protected you before your heart understood the threat. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the darkness sent your way is losing power, losing influence, losing access. The universe is reversing everything. What was meant to block you is becoming the very thing that lifts you. And while all this has been happening, there has been another layer to this shift. Someone whose heart once connected to yours, someone whose energy has been tied to yours in quiet but undeniable ways, has been feeling you again. Even if you haven't spoken recently, even if distance or silence has settled between you, their spirit has been waking up, their heart has been stirring with emotions they tried to suppress, their intuition has been nudging them toward truth they can no longer avoid. You felt it, haven't you? The sudden memories, the unexpected warmth in your chest, the moments where their name flashes through your mind out of nowhere. Listen to this, your spirit is picking up what theirs is finally acknowledging. They have been going through their own awakening, questioning decisions, confronting emotions, recognizing what they lost, realizing what they didn't say, and feeling the weight of a connection that was never random. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because their awakening isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. They're seeing signs too, the same ones you've been seeing, repeating numbers, dreams that feel too real, reminders of you showing up in conversations, songs, locations, moments they didn't expect. And this connection, whether it's meant for healing, clarity, closure, or reunion, is reaching a point where something must be revealed. You are entering a season where hidden emotions surface, where silence breaks, where misunderstandings clear, where God replaces confusion with truth. And even if you don't know how it will unfold, your intuition has already sensed the shift. But listen to this, your growth has been the catalyst. You've stepped into a stronger, wiser, more grounded version of yourself. You've stopped accepting half-effort connections. You've stopped shrinking yourself to keep the peace. You've stopped abandoning your intuition to make others comfortable. This new version of you is aligned with your higher path, and that alignment is what is calling truth toward you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your elevation is exposing who can come with you and who cannot. Some people will drift away. Some will reveal their true intentions. Some will show their loyalty, while others show their jealousy. But all of it is part of divine clarity. And that darkness invoked against you? It is being brought into the light. Conversations will reveal what was hidden. Actions will expose motives. Energy will unmask intentions. You won't need to fight, God is fighting for you. Your protection is already active. And while all of this unfolds, something beautiful is rising beneath the surface, the next chapter of your heart. A soulmate-level energy has been circling your spirit, someone whose connection to you transcends logic, someone who mirrors your growth, someone who has been healing in parallel with you. This connection, past or future, has been aligning slowly, quietly, divinely. And as your spiritual awareness sharpens, you'll begin to understand why certain relationships failed, why timing felt impossible, why emotions lingered even when you tried to move on. You were being prepared for a connection built on truth, depth, alignment, and destiny, not fear, not confusion. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because the universe is calling you into a season of revelation, not illusion. You will understand why you felt the shift. You will understand why certain things broke before they could bloom. You will understand why God allowed certain people to distance themselves. You will understand why your soul refused to detach from someone whose energy matched yours in a way you couldn't explain. Everything is aligning for your clarity, spiritual clarity, emotional clarity, relational clarity, and life purpose clarity. And soon, very soon, a moment will unfold that ties every sign together, every intuition you felt, every dream that lingered, every shift that confused you. The universe is not done speaking to you. God is not done guiding you. And your story is not done unfolding. Don't scroll, because your heart needed this more than you realized. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment these words appeared on your screen, something deep inside you stirred, an instinct, a pull, a quiet knowing that this message is reaching you at the exact moment your spirit is ready to receive it, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now. So breathe and stay with me as the truth that's been circling your intuition finally begins to unfold. You've been moving through life with a strange tension between exhaustion and awakening, like you're living in the space between who you were and who you are becoming, and even though you haven't had the language for it, your soul has known for a while that something big has been shifting behind the scenes. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because you've been carrying emotions that don't belong to your past anymore. Emotions that signal transformation, closure, release, and the emergence of a new chapter you can feel but cannot yet see. You've felt unexplainable heaviness some days and sudden waves of clarity on others, moments when your heart tightens without warning and moments when unexpected peace washes over you like a message whispered straight into your spirit. And listen to this, because you've been wondering why certain memories have resurfaced, why old emotions have been rising again, why certain people from your past have been showing up in your thoughts like echoes. You're not regressing, you're awakening. Your soul is sorting through everything you've outgrown, everything you've healed from, everything you've learned, and preparing you for a level of spiritual clarity that will change the way you move through your life. Don't scroll, your heart needs this, because part of this awakening involves recognizing how strong you've become even in silence, how resilient you've been even when no one knew your battles, how intuitive you truly are even when you doubted your instincts. And right now, something in your energy field is expanding, elevating, sharpening, almost like the universe is tuning you to a higher frequency, guiding you toward alignment, purpose, emotional truth, and spiritual cleansing. You've been seeing signs everywhere, angel numbers showing up when your mind is full, feathers in unexpected places, dreams that feel like conversations, songs that hit your heart at the exact moment you needed them, synchronicities that feel too precise to ignore. And these are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are reminders that you are being divinely guided, spiritually protected, and energetically supported as you walk through this season of revelation. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because part of what you've been feeling is connected to someone else's awakening as well. There is a soul whose energy has been intertwined with yours in ways you never fully understood, someone who impacted you more deeply than you expected, someone whose presence shifted something inside you, someone who felt familiar even if the timing wasn't right. You've sensed their energy lately, haven't you? The sudden thoughts, the unexpected emotions, the dreams that feel too symbolic to dismiss, the intuitive feeling that something between you isn't finished. And listen to this, because your heart needs the truth, their spirit has been stirring too. They've been reflecting on choices, questioning old beliefs, waking up to emotions they pushed away, and feeling the weight of moments they didn't appreciate until now. They've been feeling the energetic pull, the emotional echoes, the memories rising out of nowhere, and even though they haven't spoken it, their heart is wrestling with truths their fear tried to bury. Don't scroll, your heart needs this, because you've been feeling the ripple of their awakening inside your own spirit, and that's why your emotions have felt heightened, why your intuition has been louder, why you've been sensing something approaching. But hear this clearly. Your growth is not dependent on their growth, your healing is not tied to their healing, and your destiny is not on hold for anyone. You are being elevated for you first. Your journey is stepping into a phase where clarity will replace confusion, strength will replace fear, and alignment will replace uncertainty. And while your spirit has been awakening, something else has been happening too, something you haven't spoken about but you've definitely felt. There has been pressure around you, tension in the atmosphere, interference in your peace, like something unseen has been trying to block your blessings or complicate your path. But listen, this isn't to scare you, it's to tell you that you've already overcome it. You're not imagining the spiritual resistance, you're feeling the dismantling of what once tried to cling to you. Your energy is too strong now, too awakened, too aligned for anything low vibrational to remain attached. You've been shedding old patterns, old fears, old attachments, and that shedding has made certain energies uncomfortable, but it's also made your transformation unstoppable. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because this chapter of your life is about reclaiming your power, stepping into your truth, honoring your intuition, and allowing your spirit to guide you into what has always been meant for you. Relationships are shifting not because you're losing people, but because you're gaining clarity. Opportunities are changing not because you're being blocked, but because the right path is opening. Emotions are resurfacing not because you're breaking down, but because you're breaking open. You are entering a season where everything hidden will rise, everything unclear will sharpen, everything delayed will align, and everything meant for your soul will begin to unfold. And listen to this. Your heart is being prepared for a love that meets you where you are, a connection that honors your growth, a bond that doesn't confuse your spirit, a partnership rooted in emotional truth and mutual awakening. This isn't about chasing or waiting, it's about aligning. When your heart becomes grounded in its worth, the universe matches you with what vibrates at that level. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The heaviness you felt is lifting, the clarity you've prayed for is forming, and the emotional breakthrough you've sensed is approaching. What's ahead for you is not chaos, it's revelation, elevation, restoration, and alignment. Your spirit knew this long before your mind did, and now the journey is finally catching up to the truth written inside you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment this message found you, your spirit reacted with that familiar inner pull. The quiet inhale, the tiny shift in your chest, the subtle awareness that whispers, pay attention, this is meant for you, and this message is for you, your heart needs this right now, so let your guard soften for a moment as the truth rising around you finally begins to take shape. You've been noticing it again, the emotional waves that hit you without warning, the heaviness that comes out of nowhere and leaves just as suddenly, the sense that something unseen is recalibrating your entire path. And even though you've tried to stay grounded, something in your spirit knows you're standing at the edge of a turning point far more significant than the changes you've already survived. Don't scroll, your heart needs this, because you've been moving through a season where everything familiar seems to be shifting at once. People acting differently, old cycles feeling uncomfortable, your intuition growing louder, your dreams becoming more symbolic and vivid, and the signs from the universe appearing with a frequency you can't ignore anymore. 111 When your soul begins whispering that a new chapter is forming, 222 When your emotional world feels uncertain, 333 When you need reassurance, 444 When you're feeling alone in your decisions, 555 When change becomes not just possible but inevitable, and each one arriving like a divine nudge reminding you that every shift, every pause, every discomfort has been preparing you for clarity. You've been shedding identities that don't fit you, expectations that suffocate you, relationships that drain you, and beliefs that limit you, and although this transformation has been exhausting, it has also been sacred. Something inside you has been awakening in layers, your intuition sharpening, your boundaries rising, your self-worth expanding, your emotional intelligence deepening, your spirit stretching into spaces it once feared to enter. And these inner changes are not just personal growth, they're alignment. Don't scroll, listen to this, because while you've been evolving, you've also been feeling the presence of someone whose energy has always been tied to your own, someone your spirit recognized long before your mind allowed you to admit it. You've been sensing them again. Through sudden memories that feel too vivid, through dreams that play out like conversations, through emotional waves that echo feelings you're not currently experiencing, through intuitive hits that whisper their name at the most random times. And this connection, whether you understand it or not, has been activating on a deeper level lately, not because you're reaching backward but because their heart has been awakening in your direction. They've been going through their own unraveling. Confronting fears they've avoided for years, reliving moments they mishandled, feeling the weight of emotions they suppressed, and questioning the choices that led them away from what felt real. Their spirit has been tugging at them, pulling them toward truth, forcing them to acknowledge what they once tried to silence. And even though you may not see signs of this physically, energetically it has been affecting you. You've felt their confusion, their longing, their regret, their clarity rising, their emotional storms brushing against your energy field. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because what you've been feeling isn't delusion or coincidence, it's resonance. When two spirits are connected, when two souls share a bond deeper than circumstance, their awakenings often mirror each other. You elevate, they elevate. You reflect, they reflect. You release, they face their own shadows. You heal, they're confronted with truths they avoided. That's why your emotions have felt amplified, why your dreams have been louder, why your intuition has been more insistent. Your soul has been preparing for a moment of revelation, a moment when clarity enters not just your life but theirs as well. But listen to this, because this part matters. You are not being prepared for a reunion based on fantasy, you are being prepared for truth. For some, truth will bring reconnection, renewal, or alignment in love. For others, truth will bring closure, peace, and emotional release. What's coming isn't about forcing a certain outcome, it's about revealing what your soul needs to finally move forward without confusion. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your transformation has not only elevated you but has begun to expose everything and everyone connected to your journey. People who once stood near you will show you where they truly stand. People who doubted you will see your resilience. People who spoke against you without your knowledge will find themselves confronted by consequences they created. And the darkness that someone once tried to direct toward your life, through jealousy, envy, resentment, or silent ill intentions, is dissolving completely. It cannot follow you into this next chapter because your spiritual frequency has risen beyond its reach. You've outgrown the energy that once targeted you. You've outgrown the emotional patterns that once entangled you. You've outgrown the fears that once defined you. This elevation is why certain people feel uncomfortable around you now, why certain conversations don't resonate anymore, why your spirit recoils from what you used to tolerate. You are not losing people, you are losing illusions. You are not falling apart, you are shedding layers. You are not being abandoned. You are being redirected into alignment. Don't scroll, your heart needs this, because the emotional turbulence you felt recently is the final stretch of an old cycle breaking open. You are stepping into a season where your intuition becomes your clarity, your discernment becomes your shield, your purpose becomes unmistakable, and your heart becomes grounded in truth, not fear, not guesswork, not longing, not confusion. And while all this is happening, the person whose energy you've been sensing is being prepared for their own moment of truth, one where they cannot hide behind fear, behind pride, behind silence, behind excuses. They are approaching a crossroads where their soul will call them to speak, to choose, to acknowledge, to reveal. But whether or not they step toward you, you will be at peace, because the universe is aligning you with what, and who, is meant for your highest good. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your next chapter is not defined by what hurt you but by what awakened you. You are stepping into clarity so deep that confusion will feel foreign. You are stepping into alignment so strong that anything misaligned will fall away effortlessly. You are stepping into emotional truth so profound that your heart will no longer chase what isn't meant to stay. You are stepping into spiritual authority so powerful that darkness won't dare come near you again. This is the season where everything makes sense, not in pieces, but all at once. Something is clearing, something is aligning, something is rising, and your spirit already knows. You are walking into a moment that will shift everything. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment this message found you, something in your spirit leaned forward again, that subtle tightening in your chest, that flicker behind your ribs, that quiet awareness whispering that what you're about to hear is arriving at the exact divine moment you were meant to receive it, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now. So breathe and let the truth unfold. You've been walking through your days feeling like the atmosphere around you has shifted, like the energy in your life has changed in a way you can't describe but definitely feel, and even though you've been trying to stay grounded, something in your spirit knows that a new chapter is forming beneath the surface, preparing to break open in its own perfect timing. Don't scroll, your heart needs this, because you've been sensing a spiritual heaviness mixed with emotional clarity. A strange blend of endings and beginnings happening at the same time. You've been releasing old patterns without fully realizing it. You've been distancing yourself from people who drain you without feeling guilty for it. You've been craving deeper conversations, deeper purpose, deeper alignment. And though this transition has felt disorienting, it has also been awakening something powerful within you, the version of yourself that refuses to shrink anymore. Listen to this, because your spirit already knows this truth. You're not just changing emotionally, you're evolving energetically, and this evolution is why certain relationships feel weaker, why certain environments feel uncomfortable, why certain situations no longer resonate with your soul. You've outgrown what doesn't align with your awakening. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because while you've been stepping into this elevation, you've also been feeling the pull of a connection your soul hasn't forgotten. Someone whose energy once intertwined with yours has been resurfacing in your thoughts, not because you're stuck, not because you're longing, but because their spirit is awakening in parallel to yours. You felt it in the moments where your emotions spike without reason, when a wave of warmth or heaviness hits your chest unexpectedly, when a memory flashes through your mind like it was placed there by something greater than your own thoughts. That person has been thinking of you too, not superficially, but deeply, in the quiet hours, in their moments of vulnerability, in the spaces where they can no longer hide from their own truth. They've been replaying conversations, reconsidering choices, confronting the emotions they buried, and feeling the consequences of silence that once protected their pride but wounded their soul. Listen to this, because your intuition has been trying to tell you something. Their awakening is mirroring yours. Their emotions are resurfacing just as yours have been expanding. Their clarity is forming in the same places where you once felt confusion. And even though their journey is separate from yours, the energetic thread between you has been vibrating with new intensity. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because you've been sensing their presence even when you try to let go. That's not imagination, it's resonance. When two souls share a spiritual connection, distance cannot sever what alignment holds together. You feel their emotions because your hearts once spoke a language that didn't require words. You feel their awakening because their energy is brushing against your own. You feel their longing because their spirit is reaching out in ways their mind hasn't fully accepted yet. But hear this clearly, your destiny is not dependent on their choices. While they're awakening, you're ascending. While they're reflecting, you're evolving. While they're confronting their shadows, you're stepping into your light. Don't scroll, listen to this, because you've also been sensing a pressure around you. A spiritual tension, a sense that something or someone tried to interfere with your path, your peace, your progress. And you're right. There were energies, intentions, whispers, projections, and silent negativity sent your way, not because you're weak but because you're chosen. Your elevation triggered someone's insecurity, your healing triggered someone's fear, your growth triggered someone's bitterness. But listen, none of it succeeded. God placed protection over you long before the attack was launched. Your ancestors stood around you. Your angels intervened. Your intuition warned you. The darkness they invoked against you crumbled the moment your spirit awakened to a new frequency. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because you're entering a powerful season of exposure. Where everything done behind your back will rise to the surface, where hidden motives become visible, where masks fall off naturally without your involvement. This exposure isn't to hurt you, it's to free you. To release you from energies that don't belong in your next chapter. To clarify relationships you were unsure about. To reveal the truth you were spiritually sensing but couldn't yet see. And while this exposure happens externally, something equally powerful is happening internally. You are becoming emotionally untouchable, spiritually grounded, energetically protected. Your intuition is becoming your compass. Your peace is becoming your boundary. Your discernment is becoming your shield. Don't scroll, listen to this, because your journey is not moving backward, it's accelerating forward. You're being prepared for blessings that require emotional maturity, relationships that require spiritual clarity, opportunities that require aligned confidence. And part of this preparation involves releasing what weighs your spirit down, including unresolved emotional ties. But here's the divine twist. The person whose energy has been tugging at yours is being positioned for a moment of truth. They are approaching a point where silence can no longer hide what they feel, where fear can no longer cover what their soul has been trying to express, where avoidance can no longer block the breakthrough their heart has been preparing for. You've been sensing this shift because your spirit has always been several steps ahead of your reality. You feel the storm before it forms. You sense the truth before it's spoken. You recognize the shift before it happens. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because what's coming next in your life is not confusion, but clarity, not chaos, but alignment, not heartbreak, but understanding, not loss, but divine exchange. This moment in your journey is the hinge on which everything begins to turn. The weight you've carried is lifting. The answers you've prayed for are forming. The emotional release you've needed is approaching. And the universe is aligning you with the version of your destiny that fits who you've become, not who you used to be. What's rising in your life now will make sense of every tear, every delay, every ending, every awakening, and every unexplained emotion you've endured. Don't scroll, because the shift your soul has been sensing is unfolding even now. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment this message found you, your spirit reacted again, that familiar vibration, that quiet tightening in your chest, that soft inner voice rising up as if it already knows these words are arriving right on time, and this message is for you. Your heart needs this right now. So let yourself lean into the truth that is unfolding around you. You've been feeling something shifting beneath the surface of your life, something subtle but powerful, something you haven't been able to put into words, yet it keeps pulling at your awareness like a gentle hand on your shoulder saying, "Look deeper, pay attention, something is happening." Lately you've noticed the change in the atmosphere. The way certain conversations feel heavier, the way certain people suddenly feel distant, the way your intuition is louder than it's ever been, guiding you, warning you, revealing things you didn't ask to see but needed to know. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because you've been walking through a chapter where your spirit is being refined, sharpened, elevated, almost as if the universe is preparing you for something bigger than anything you've stepped into before. And with that elevation has come a strange tension, an emotional pressure in the background, an invisible tug-of-war between what you've outgrown and what is calling you forward. Some days you feel aligned, aware, hopeful, ready. Other days you feel drained, uncertain, overwhelmed by emotions that don't fully make sense. This fluctuation isn't instability, it's spiritual recalibration. You are shifting frequencies, releasing old patterns, stepping out of old timelines, and because of that, everything that once fit comfortably around you now feels too small. Listen to this, because deep inside you've known for a while that you're not the same person you were even a few months ago. You've been more discerning, more intuitive, more aware of your energy and who deserves access to it. You've been quieter in rooms where you once felt pressure to perform. You've been bolder in moments where you once stayed silent. You've been healing emotional wounds you didn't know still existed, forgiving yourself for things you didn't understand at the time, and letting go of people who couldn't meet you where your soul is now rising. And while you've been doing this internal work, something else has been happening too, something that makes your heart pause even before your mind catches up. You've been sensing someone's presence again, someone whose energy once mirrored yours so strongly that even separation couldn't fully sever the connection. Don't scroll, listen to this, because you've felt their energy brushing against your own, through sudden memories that feel like they were placed in your mind, through dreams that feel more like visitations than imagination, through emotional waves that feel unfamiliar because they aren't entirely yours. The reason you feel them so strongly is because their spirit is awakening, too. They've been going through their own internal unraveling, questioning choices, confronting fears, re-examining past actions, facing truths they avoided when the connection between you was alive. Something inside them is shifting, breaking open, rising. They've been feeling a pull they can't explain, a longing they can't outrun, a clarity they never had the courage to acknowledge before. And though they haven't reached out, though their silence may have made you question everything, their soul has been calling your name with a depth they've never admitted out loud. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because while their awakening is tied to their journey, your elevation is tied to your destiny. Their emotions may be resurfacing, but your clarity is strengthening. Their truth may be building, but your alignment is expanding. Their spirit may be stirring, but your purpose is rising. And in the middle of all this, you've also been feeling spiritual resistance, interference, heaviness, tension that seems to come out of nowhere. Someone's jealousy. Someone's resentment. Someone's attempt to pull on your energy. Someone's negativity disguised as concern. Someone's quiet bitterness about your growth, your peace, your glow, your favor. And you've wondered why you suddenly felt drained after certain interactions, why your dreams felt clouded, why your intuition felt blocked, why your spirit felt agitated, but listen carefully, none of that darkness succeeded. The reason you felt it is because you've been elevating out of reach of energies that once had access to you. You've outgrown what tried to limit you. You've surpassed what was meant to distract you. You've risen above what attempted to dim your light. And every time darkness tried to pull at you, your spirit rose higher, your angels stood closer, your intuition sharpened stronger. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what was meant to weaken you actually awakened you. What was meant to confuse you actually clarified your purpose. What was meant to derail you actually redirected you into alignment. And now, you're entering a season where truth will rise effortlessly. Not just truth about others, but truth about yourself, your path, your relationships, your calling, your intuition. You are becoming someone who no longer settles for half energy, half effort, half love, half truth. You are stepping into a version of yourself who recognizes spiritual alignment instantly and refuses anything less. And as your spirit steps into this new clarity, the connection you've been sensing is approaching its moment of revelation. Their emotions have built to a point where silence feels heavy, where distance feels painful, where denial feels impossible. They're reaching a breaking point, not destructive, but transformative. Their heart is cracking open, their truth is rising, their soul is nudging them forward in ways they can no longer ignore. Don't scroll, your heart needs this, because what comes next in your journey isn't confusion, it's clarity. It isn't fear, it's alignment. It isn't loss, it's divine direction. You are entering a chapter where the pieces begin to fit, where the signs begin to make sense, where the emotional waves finally settle into peace. And whether the truth that emerges reconnects you with this person or releases you from emotional limbo, you will be stepping into the next phase of your destiny with strength, awareness, and spiritual grounding you've earned through every season you've survived. Don't scroll, because the shift you've been sensing is not just coming. It's already unfolding around you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment this message rose onto your screen, something in your spirit recognized it before your mind did, that warm pressure in your chest, that subtle pull in your intuition, that quiet voice whispering, this is for you, don't look away now, and your heart needs this right now, so stay with me as something divinely aligned begins to unfold in front of you. You've been walking through a season where everything feels heightened. Your emotions, your intuition, your awareness, your sensitivity to energy, and although you may not fully understand why, deep down you know this shift is preparing you for something meaningful, something destined, something you can feel but cannot yet name. You've been waking up with spiritual pressure sitting right behind your ribs, going to sleep with thoughts swirling in circles you didn't ask for, feeling waves of clarity and confusion layered on top of each other, and all of it has been pushing you toward a moment your soul has been anticipating long before you consciously realized it. Don't scroll, listen to this, because lately you've noticed how your spirit reacts differently to people and situations. You no longer tolerate what drains you, you no longer entertain conversations that shrink you, you no longer settle for connections that pull you backward. You're more attuned to energies than ever before. You walk into a room and instantly feel the atmosphere. You speak to someone and immediately sense their intentions. You reflect on your past and realize how much of it no longer holds power over you. This isn't you being emotional, this is you becoming spiritually upgraded. Your discernment is sharper. Your intuition is louder. Your soul is wiser. And this elevation isn't random, it's preparation. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because as you've been elevating, you've also been feeling something tugging at you emotionally, something you haven't fully understood, something you tried to brush aside, something you felt in the quiet spaces of your day when everything else fell still. You've been sensing the presence of someone whose spirit is still connected to yours, someone whose energy your heart remembers even if your mind tried to forget. Their emotions have been pressing against your energy field in ways you didn't expect, through sudden waves of longing, flashes of memory, emotional heaviness that appears without explanation, warmth that settles in your chest when their name crosses your mind. And even though you've tried to dismiss it as nostalgia or imagination, your intuition keeps nudging you with the truth: this connection isn't dead. Not spiritually. Not emotionally. Not energetically. Something is still active beneath the surface. Listen to this, because their spirit has been awakening in ways you cannot yet see. They've been facing their own internal storms, being confronted by truths they avoided, feeling emotions they once buried, waking up to the reality of what they lost, what they didn't say, what they didn't protect, and what they didn't cherish when they had the chance. Their soul has been restless. Their mind has been crowded. Their heart has been aching in ways they never felt before. They've been thinking of you not casually, not occasionally, but deeply. Remembering the softness in your voice, the safety in your presence, the peace in your energy. And every time they try to move forward without acknowledging their truth, life pulls them backward, forcing them to confront the connection they once tried to outrun. Don't scroll, your heart needs this, because while their awakening is unfolding, your spirit has also been picking up on another layer of truth. Someone in your past, someone with jealousy or resentment or quiet bitterness, tried to speak against you, think against you, or project negativity onto your path. You felt it in the form of sudden exhaustion, foggy intuition, emotional heaviness that didn't belong to you, unexpected tension, sleep disturbances, or a sense of being spiritually tugged at. But hear this clearly: nothing they attempted succeeded. Your spirit is too strong, your protection too fortified, your angels too vigilant. Their negativity didn't reach your soul, it only exposed their intentions. You've been spiritually untouchable even when you didn't realize it. Don't scroll, listen, because this exposure isn't coming to scare you, it's coming to strengthen you, to awaken you to the power of your intuition, to confirm what your spirit already sensed, that you are being divinely separated from anyone who cannot go with you into your next season. And this next season of your life? It's not chaotic. It's purposeful. It's not confusing, it's clarifying. It's not heavy, it's cleansing. You're stepping into a chapter that aligns with who you've become, not who you were when you were still healing, still breaking, still doubting, still hoping someone would choose you. Now you are choosing you. Your worth. Your peace. Your clarity. Your emotional safety. And as you rise into this new version of yourself, the truth is becoming impossible to ignore. The connection you've been sensing is approaching a moment of revelation. They've been feeling guilt, longing, clarity, and fear all at once. They're realizing the kind of love they felt with you doesn't come twice. They're realizing your absence is louder than your presence ever was. They're realizing that God has been pressing your name into their soul because their spirit wasn't ready before, but now it's waking up. They're approaching the point where silence becomes unbearable, where fear becomes smaller than truth, where pride becomes lighter than longing. Don't scroll, your heart needs this now, because whether this revelation leads to reconnection or release, it will bring the clarity you've been needing, the closure you deserve, the direction your spirit has been craving. What's coming isn't meant to break you, it's meant to clear your path. It's meant to align your emotions. It's meant to confirm your intuition. It's meant to free you from the spiritual limbo you've been living in. You're entering a season where hidden motives will be exposed, where true intentions will surface, where emotional truth will rise, where spiritual clarity will settle into your bones like peace. And your heart, your resilient, intuitive, powerful heart, will finally understand why things unfolded the way they did, why certain connections fell apart, why certain emotions lingered, and why this one particular soul connection refused to disappear. Don't scroll, because what you've been feeling is not coincidence, it's preparation. And the revelation your spirit has been sensing is already moving toward you. Don't scroll, listen to this, because the moment this message appeared in front of you, something in your spirit stirred. That familiar warmth rising in your chest, that quiet tug in your intuition that whispers, "This is for you, don't look away now," and your heart needs this right now, so stay with me as this message unfolds in the exact timing your soul has been preparing for. You've been moving through a season where everything feels louder, your intuition, your emotions, your dreams, your signs. And even if you've tried to stay logical and grounded, there's a deeper part of you that knows this isn't random, that something bigger has been shifting behind the scenes. The angel numbers haven't just been appearing, they've been echoing. 111 at the exact moment you question your direction. 222 when your emotions feel tangled. 333 when you're silently asking for reassurance. 444 when the loneliness becomes too heavy to pretend away. 555 when you feel life rearranging itself in ways you can't yet interpret. And listen to this, because this message is for you, your heart needs this right now. These signs have been preparing you for an emotional revelation, a spiritual awakening, a moment of clarity that will lift the fog that has followed you for months. You've been sensing an energy around you, sometimes heavy, sometimes warm, sometimes confusing, a presence not fully yours and not fully separate from you. And the truth is, the person whose soul has been tied to yours has been going through an awakening so intense, so unexpected, so divinely timed that their emotions have been radiating outward, pressing into your energy field, stirring up memories, stirring up intuition, stirring up questions you thought you had buried. They've been feeling the weight of everything they didn't say, everything they didn't do, everything they didn't appreciate when they had the chance. Their heart has been restless. Their mind cluttered. Their spirit unsettled. They've been dreaming about you more often, not as fantasy, but as reflection, moments where your presence feels like truth instead of memory. They've been realizing that what they felt with you wasn't temporary, wasn't accidental, wasn't something they could outrun just because they weren't ready to face it. Don't scroll, your heart needs this, because the emotional waves you've been feeling lately haven't been random. They've been resonant. You've been picking up their longing, their clarity, their fear, their hope, their desire to fix what feels unfinished. But listen closely, while their awakening is real, your elevation is just as important. You are not where you once were. You are not fragile the way you once felt. You are not confused the way you once were. You've stepped into a version of yourself that sees with more clarity, feels with more wisdom, and moves with more intention. You've released old patterns. You've healed wounds that once controlled you. You've learned how to stand in your worth without begging for validation. And because of that, life is aligning differently for you now. But with your elevation came tension, spiritual resistance, emotional heaviness that wasn't yours, disruptions that felt strangely timed. Someone has been projecting negativity in your direction, not with spells or curses, but with envy, resentment, silent bitterness. You felt it in moments of sudden exhaustion, moments where your peace felt shaky, moments where your intuition felt blocked. But hear this clearly, it didn't touch you. It couldn't touch you. Your spirit has been protected, covered, shielded. Every negative intention that rose against you dissolved before it reached your energy. You are spiritually fortified in ways you don't even realize. Don't scroll, listen, because this next part is crucial. You're entering a season where truth rises quickly, truth about relationships, truth about motives, truth about connections, truth about your own destiny. Masks will fall. Hidden intentions will reveal themselves. People who pretended not to care will show their emotional cracks. And yes, the soul tied to you, the one whose energy you've been feeling, will reach a point where silence is no longer sustainable. Their emotions have been building pressure like a storm waiting to break. Their realizations have been stacking one after another. Their dreams have been shaking them awake. And the universe is setting up a moment where they'll either have to speak their truth or risk losing the connection their spirit refuses to release. Your intuition already senses this. It's why you've felt the shift. It's why your dreams have intensified. It's why your heart has felt both heavy and hopeful. Something is coming. A confession. A message. A conversation. A moment that makes everything make sense, not just what they felt, but what you felt too. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because you're not being prepared for emotional chaos, you're being prepared for emotional clarity. You're stepping into a chapter where you will finally understand why you felt the pull you couldn't explain, why the signs kept repeating, why your soul wouldn't fully detach. Whether this truth leads to reconnection, closure, healing, or redirection, it will bring the peace you've been craving. It will break the emotional loop you've been stuck in. It will allow your spirit to breathe again. And this is where I need you to pay attention. Your spirit already knows what this message is trying to confirm. So let me ask you the one question that reveals everything. Do you feel the shift happening, too? Everyone who feels it will know exactly what to write in the comments. And if your spirit wants to stay aligned with the messages meant for you, you may want to subscribe. Your next confirmation is already on its way.